And obviously, Experts knows what this is. The Longing is a game that's going to take 400 days to complete. This is a game he suggested to me when I was on Liam's stream the other day, and I had a look into it, and it actually looked pretty interesting. It's going to be different, I think. It's going to be nice and laid back, and there won't really be any antics or, clutches, that kind of crap, but I thought, I'm tired. Something laid back would be nice to end my little break from work. But I've also got Liam joining me today because I can't be asked to sit here and chat alone for 3 hours. This is my home, a nice place to spend the next 400 days waiting. Yeah, it's
like in real life.
Very homey.
So,
I can
is it much in the
draw.
way of sound or anything? Because obviously I've got the stream open, but I can only hear you. I don't know if there's like, I guess a couple
Piano music.
piano music. Can you imitate it for me?
When a sound comes, yeah. Turn up that colour, it shouldn't be too hard to find it somewhere in the caves. Okay, so I can draw stuff.
Draw a penis.
I'm going to draw a sad moon. Oh, do we actually have to wait for him to
draw it?
Yeah, you have to wait for him to draw us. Yeah, good thing, definitely a good thing I got a co-host for this one, because I don't think I can keep a conversation going for 3 hours straight.
In fairness, he's making good progress.
It still hasn't opened in a long time. It might take... Oh my god. We might be here a while.
Oh.
The secret ending is never playing this game again. Yeah. Till one day, if you still got it installed, you just notice this like little text file on your desktop saying, "I'm still here."
It is. I can see it moving.
I was really worried for a second when it said this might take a while to open. It was going to take several hours. So this stream would be that one room, and we wouldn't be able to do anything.
Well, it takes several hours unless you paid gems to speed up the process.
This really is the kind of game you'd have on your phone with microtransactions.
It literally, it's a phone game. It's a phone idle game, but without the phone or the idling.
I could squeeze through already, but not to wait until the door is open in full glory would be blasphemy. Oh god. Just go through the door, damn you. Which door shall we go through, Liam? 1, 2, or 3?
On the left.
On the left, let's go. Oh, the sound of his like bare feet slapping against like marble floor.
Hang on, stay quiet for a sec. I can hear it on the stream. Oh, I think he was on the marble floor, but by the time I unmuted, he was on the stairs.
Do you want me to go back down?
Yeah, go on.
It might take a while, but I'll go back down.
You actually... then there could very well be a marble floor in the next room. It's fine. Okay.
I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm gonna walk around.
Wow, I'm so glad that you went all the way back down so I could hear that. That was worth it.
The door should lead to the library, but it is blocked from the other side. I will add this event to my list of disappointments. Now I have one disappointment. Fucking hell. Where the hell am I? The weird thing is, because obviously it is a cave, so no shit, but like everything looks the same.
Oh, it's like Skyrim.
Yeah, yeah. Can't wait for Elder Scrolls 6 just to be Skyrim 2. Dovahkiin takes a poop.
Colon with... Wait, what did you say?
Skyrim 2, Dovahkiin takes the poo.
Oh, I was just going to make a with guns joke, but no, you just went ahead and went straight to poo.
Oh, I
Skyrim 2, Oblivion. The Elder Scrolls 5, Oblivion 4.
These carvings seem to show a rather crude map of the kingdom. It would take some time to decipher it. Okay.
Ooh.
Right. Oh god, I can't even read probably because it's so dark. Let's just turn this up slightly.
Would Skyrim 2 have horse armor? No. Well, it would start out with horse armor, but then feature creep and pay to win would slowly.
Why is the map zooming out?
I don't know.
Is this it? Is this the end?
Yeah, you did it.
He found the map, so he's zooming out into nothing. This is how his story ends. I'm starting to understand these carvings. Oh, I see. Because I'm looking at it, it's zooming out to show me the map.
Very
That's clever.
slowly.
That's actually quite clever. This is where we realise we've been walking around for like, what, 20 minutes and we've got fucking nowhere.
Would be a shame if he just stopped
Yeah.
understanding them. Yeah.
Yeah, just at a certain point it stops. I don't get it anymore. Then just quickly zooms back in.
It zooms straight back in and goes, "Oh shit, I forgot where I was."
So we went like down below, next to like all the pane glass. If we went right, we could have went to a treasury.
What
But
would
instead
do
we
there?
went left, didn't we? We went to the left door.
Why would we want to go to a treasury?
That's the library.
Just go up, up, up. Just keep going up and get to the surface, and then catch a bus or something.
Help. I can't move. Oh no, he's moving away. I just can't see there
Is he
very
moving?
much.
Oh, he is. Oh, he's going back in. Have you remembered all that, Ben?
No.
Do you screenshot it?
No.
Oh well.
I feel like if we did that, that'd be cheating.
Is reading a map that you've been given cheating? Is that how that works?
Yes. The thing is, though, like, I've got bits and pieces I could bring back home, like the coal and the flint. I mean to find another bit of flint, but if I decide I'll go back to home base and, like,
Oh, do you think there's
set everything up,
encumbrance?
you would have to walk slowly. I don't know.
It better not be. That would be taking the piss.
Yeah, second instrument part.
Hmm.
So... the old door is opening quite slowly. It will need at least 2 hours?
What?
Oh god! Right, I'm gonna put a note for this place.
Oh no, just quit the game. We'll go play something else in the meantime. President Bane says ACAB. Exactly.
Oh, we have a new book for home, Liam.
Oh, can we read them now? Why do we need to read? Why are they books for home?
We could read them soon.
Do you think there's an Audible DLC where it's sponsored by Audible and you can listen to it on the go?
That's the life I would live.
Is there one about a husband buying a real warthog? Ooh, those are a thing.
Okay, you can read the poem if you want, Liam.
Okay, there we go. That's a nice break from Reddit. Okay. Let me just make it full screen, easier to see that way. From my childhood days, rings an old song's plaintive tone. Oh, how long the ways I have since gone. What the swallow sang, in spring or in autumn warm. Do its echoes hang about the farm. I wouldn't be a very good...
It's gone to the second page. It's out of reading. Never mind.
Ooh,
Yeah, there you go. Carry on.
Oh,
And when I went away.
Yeah. When I went away, full coffers and chests were there. Ooh. When I came today, all was bare. That entire what's that? Is that a stanza? A paragraph? The entire thing is very sexually charged. Childish lips so wise, childish lips so wise, with a law as rich as gold. Ooh, law, payday law. Knowing all birds' cries, knowing all birds' cries, like the sage of old. Ah, the dear old place. Ah, the dear old place. May its sweet, consoling gleam shine upon my face. Shine upon my face once in a dream. When I went away, when I went away. There's a little box at the bottom that says idle reading.
Yeah, it's like if you're just reading it yourself.
Alright.
You've still got a bit more to go.
No, I've reached the end yet. Full of joy, the world lays there. When I came today, all was bare. Still the swallows came, still the swallows... Sorry, come, that's actually come, not came. It's blurry on the stream, Ben. And the empty chest is filled. Fucking hell, I'm talking about come and filled chests. But this longing dumb, yeah, the game is pretty dumb, but this longing dumb shall ne'er be stilled. Nay, no swallow brings thee again where thou wast before. Though the swallow sings, still as of yore. When I went away, full coffers and chests were there. When I came, was it come? Came today, when I came today, all was bare. There we go.
That was a better ending, but it was all was bare.
All was bare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite a few poems on this.
There's a fucking lot.
That's just the diary of what's going on. King told me to wait for 400 days, then I should awaken him. He will end all fear and longing. I wonder when that'll happen. At least my birthday will be a bit sooner.
Ooh, when's his birthday?
There's a story about a goose girl.
Will his birthday be after 365 days?
Moby Dick is in this?
The entirety of Moby Dick?
That's brilliant.
Jesus, Ben, they cost like £60 on Audible and we could just read it here for free, alright?
1,282 pages.
Let's read Moby Dick then. Ben, have you ever read Moby Dick?
No, I haven't.
Neither have I. Let's make a start, shall we?
If you want to read the first chapter, go ahead.
Okay. Alright, so Moby Dick, or The Whale, by Herman Melville. Melville?
A page each, like in school. Fuck it, we'll do that.
Sure, okay. Chapter 1, Loomings. Call me Ishmael. I'm just thinking about Metal Gear Solid 5 already. Some years ago, never mind how long precisely, having little or no money in my purse and nothing particular to interest me on shore, I thought I would sail about a little and see the watery part of the world. It is a way I have of driving off the spleen and regulating the circulation. Whenever I find myself growing grim about the mouth, whenever it is a damp, drizzly November in my soul, whenever I find myself involuntarily pausing before coffin warehouses and bringing up the rear of every funeral I meet, and especially when my hippos or hypos get such an upper hand of me, that's it. Yeah, that's the end of that page. That's it.
That it requires a strong moral principle to prevent me from deliberately stepping into the street and methodically knocking people's hats off. Then I count it high time to get to sea as soon as I can. You can tell I was the kid in class who hated being picked on in English.
Well, it's weird. I used to be quite good at reading out loud. I don't know what. I think I just fell on my head at some point during my life, and now I struggle to do it.
I've had to put my glasses on as well. This is my substitute for a pistol and ball with philosophical flourish. Cato throws himself upon his sword. I quietly take to the ship. There is nothing surprising in this. If they but knew, it's almost all men in their degree, sometime or other, cherish very nearly same feelings towards the ocean with me. There is now your insular city of Manhattoes, belted round by wharves as Indian isles by coral reefs. Commerce surroundings, it's with her surf. I could have read that better. Right and left, the street takes you waterward. It's Its extreme downtown is the Battery, where the noble mole is washed by waves and cooled by breezes, which a few hours previous were out of sight of land. Look at the crowds of the water gazers there.
At least your page ends on a full stop.
Yep.
Alright. Do you want to read the first word, Ben?
No, you don't
Give it a
know how
go.
to pronounce it.
Okay. Circumambulate the city of a dreamy Sabbath afternoon. Go from... Ben, I thought that said cloakers.
You played too
Go
much
from-
Payday.
Go from Corlier's Hook to County Slip, and from thence, by Whitehall, northward. What do you see? Posted like silent sentinels all around the town, stand thousands upon thousands of mortal men fixed in ocean reveries. I've never read that word out loud. Some leaning against the piles. No, does that say
Spiles.
Is that an X or an A?
Spiles.
Spiles. It looks like, you know, those like really shitty A's, where it's like yeah, it looks like one of them. Spiles. Some seated upon the pierheads, some looking over the bulwarks. That's it. Of ships from China. Some high aloft in the rigging, as if striving to get a still better seaward peep. But these are all landsmen of weekdays pent up in lath and plaster, tied to counters, nailed to benches, clinched to desks. How then is this? Are their green fields gone? What do they hear? Is that a misspelling? Is that meant to be here as an H-E-A-R?
I don't know.
Anyway.
I've never read the original, have I?
I don't know. But look! Lowercase h, here come more crowds, pacing straight from for the water and seemingly bound for a dive. Strange. Nothing will content them but the extremist limit of the land. Loitering under the shady lee of yonder warehouses will not suffice. No, they must get just as nigh the water as they possibly can without falling in. And there they stand, Miles. Miles said that.
And there they stand, miles of them, leagues, inlanders all. They come from the lanes and alleys, streets and avenues north, east, south and west. Yet here they all unite. Tell me, does the magnetic virtue of the needles of the compass of all those ships attract them liver? Liver or liver?
Sorry,
Hither. Or is it hither?
attract them. I think that's meant to say tither.
Tither.
A silent H?
Possibly.
Oh no, thither, as in come hither. You know, come hither? It's
Yeah.
yeah. Like here and there, hither and thither. I
I'd
think.
just like to let people know, I got a D in English. I had to retake it at college.
I think I got a C. Yeah.
Once more, say you are in the country in some highlands or lakes, take almost any path you please, and 10 to 1 it carries you down in the dale, and leaves you there by a pool in the stream. There is a magic in it. Let the most absent-minded of men be plunged in his deepest reveries.
Reveries, yep.
Reveries stand that man on his legs. Set his feet a-going and he will infallibly lead infallibly lead you to water, thank you. And he'll... I'm gonna read the fucking same sentence again then. If water there be in that region, should you be unfrisked in the great American desert, try this experiment in your caravan. Happen to be supplied with a metaphysical professor. Yes, as everyone knows, meditation and water are wedded forever. But here is an artist. He desires to paint you the dreamiest, saddiest, or sadiest.
It says shadiest, doesn't it?
Did I say shadiest?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, shadiest.
The dreamiest, shadiest, quietest, most enchanting bit of romantic landscape in all of the valley of the Saco. What is the chief element he employs? There stand his trees, each with a hollow trunk, as if a hermit and a crucifix were within. And here sleeps his meadow, and there sleep his cattle, and up from yonder cottage goes a sleepy smoke. Deep into distant woodlands winds a mazy way, reaching to overlapping spurs of mountains bathed in their hillside blue. But though the picture lies thus tranced, and though this pine tree shakes down its sighs like leaves upon the shepherd's head, yet all were vain, unless the shepherd's eye were fixed upon the magic stream before him. Go visit the prairies in June, when for scores on scores of miles you wade knee-deep among the tiger lilies. What is the one charm wanting? Water. There is not a drop of water there. Were Niagara? That is Niagara. I thought that was an N. I thought we said Ningara. Anyway, where Niagara, but a cataract of sand, would you travel your thousands of miles to see it? Why did the poor poet of Tennessee, upon suddenly receiving 2 handfuls of silver, deliberately whether to buy him a coat? Sorry, deliberate whether to buy him a coat. Sorry.
I just realised as well, we should have really checked how long the first chapter is. We'll get there in the end.
Yeah, I mean, what else have we got to do in this game, Ben?
That is true. Which he sadly needed, or invest his money in pedestrian trip to Rockaway Beach. Why is almost every robust, healthy boy with a robust, healthy soul in him, at some time or other, crazy to go to sea? Why, upon your first voyage as a passenger, did you yourself feel such a mystical vibration? When first told you that you and your ship were now out of sight of land? Why did the old Persians hold the sea holy? Why did the Greeks give it a separate deity? And own brother of Jove? Where's my eye? Surely all this not without meaning, and still deeper the meaning of that story. Of...
Go on.
I was going to say narcissist, but no, that's wrong.
Well, no, that's what narcissism is. Yeah,
Narcissus. Fair enough, I didn't know the spelling. Who, because he could not grasp the tormenting mild image he saw in the fountain, plunged into it and was drowned. But that same image we ourselves see... But that same image we ourselves see in all rivers and oceans. It is the image of the ungraspable phantom of life. And this is the key to it all. Now when I say that I am in the habit of going to sea whenever I begin to grow hazy about the eyes and begin to be overconscious of my lungs, I do not.
Oh, you do not. I do not.
But this game was have the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. Fuck that.
I do not mean to have it inferred that I ever go to sea as a passenger. For to go as a passenger, you must needs have a purse. God, this fucking, like, the syntax, not the syntax, but the way it's, you must needs have a purse. Who writes like this, Ben? You must needs have a purse, and a purse is but a rag unless you have something in it. Besides, passengers get seasick, grow quarrelsome, don't sleep of nights, do not enjoy themselves much, and as a general thing, no, I never go as a passenger, nor, though I am something of a salt, do I ever go to sea as a commodore, or a captain, or a cook. I abandon the glory and distinction of such offices to those who like them. For my part, I abominate all honourable, respectable toils, trials, and tribulations of every kind whatsoever. It is quite as much as I can do to take care of myself, without taking care of ships, barks, brigs, schooners, and whatnot. And Ben, did I ever tell you I used to be in a sea cadet? You think I'd know some of these words. And as for going as a cook, though I confess there is a considerable glory in that, a cook being a sort of officer on shipboard, yet somehow I never fancied broiling fowls. Though once broiled, judiciously buttered, and judgmatically, what the fuck, salted and peppered, there is no one who will speak more.
There's no one who will speak more respectfully, not to say reverentially, of a broiled fowl than I will. It is out of the idolatrous dottings of the old Egyptians upon broiled ibis.
Abyss?
Yeah, I'm guessing. And
Oh,
roasted,
sorry, ibis. Oh,
and
sorry.
roasted river horse that you will see the mummies of those creatures in their huge bake houses, the pyramids. No. When I go to sea, I go as a simple sailor. Right before the mast, plumb down in the forecastle, aloft there in the royal masthead. Or masthead? True,
That'd
they
be
rather.
masthead, yeah.
Yeah, true, they rather order me about some and make me jump from spar to spar like a grasshopper in a May meadow. And at first, this sort of thing is unpleasant enough. It touches one's sense of honour, particularly if you come from an old established family in the land. The Van Rensselaers, or Randolphs, or Hardicantus. I'm gonna go with Hardicantus for that one.
I think it's harder commutes, but yeah, that'll do. Harder cashews.
Harder cashew nuts.
Ben Payday speaking like he's got a mouthful of cashew nuts.
And more than all, if you just previous to putting your hand into the tar pot, you have been lauding it as a country schoolmaster, making the tallest boy stand in awe of you. The transition is a keen one, I assure you, from schoolmaster to a sailor, and requires a strong decotion.
Sorry.
Senny, sir.
What line are we on? Sorry.
At the bottom, and requires a strong.
Decoction. No, decoction.
Decoction of.
I don't know what that means. See, look, Ram's ask are you dyslexic? But the problem is, Ram, you've got to understand is none of us have really read any of these fucking words. Moby Dick is old, okay? It uses old words and old sentences.
It's been dyslexic. I shit you not. When I worked at a phone store, I struggled typing quickly sometimes into certain situations, which is just a habit of mine. But a customer thought I was dyslexic, and I've never actually had the test. I probably am.
Ben, if you were dyslexic, I don't think you'd be able to read Moby Dick at all. Because I'm struggling with this.
But
it's weird words.
When she said it, I said, I don't know. I've never really tested it because I genuinely never thought of having a dyslexia test. She came in the next day when I was off with 4 leaflets about dyslexia and how to cope with it. And gave them to my manager to give to me.
Huh.
So we couldn't tell if she was being rude or helpful. Because the way she spoke to me on the day, it seemed impatient, but then she came back with all that stuff.
I remember I was told in school once, by a student who was also dyslexic, you might have dyslexia because there was
Okay, we're near the end.
Are we? Of the book?
Of the chapter. Then we can start, we can carry on with the game.
Alright,
You should know that word at the top.
Stoic? Ah, yeah, stoic.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the last? Let me just see the end of the last sentence so I can...
That's a strong decotion.
Oh yeah, strong decotion and the stoic perk deck to enable
you
to grin and bear it. It's a bit of a stream delay, sorry. But even this wears off in time. What of it if some old hunks of a sea captain order me to get a broom and sweep down the decks? What does that indignity amount to? Weighed, I mean, in the scales of the New Testament. What you think the Archangel Gabriel thinks anything the less of me, because I promptly and respectfully obey that old hunks in that particular instance. Who ain't a slave? How do we go from this to ain't? Anyway, sorry. Who ain't a slave? Tell me that. Well, then, however the old sea captains may order me about, however they may thump and punch me about, I have the satisfaction of knowing that it is all right, that everybody else is one way or other served in much the same way, either in a physical or a metaphysical point of view. That is, and so the universal thump is passed around and all hands should rub each other's shoulder blades and be content. Again, I always go to sea as a sailor because they make a point of paying me. End of sentence.
Always go to sea as a sailor because they make a point of paying me for my trouble, whereas they never pay passengers a single penny that's ever heard of. On the contrary, passengers themselves must pay, and there is all the difference in the world between paying and being paid. The act of paying is perhaps the most uncomfortable infliction that the two orchard thieves entailed upon us. But being paid, what will that compare with? the I would say
Urbane?
urbane.
I think it's
Yeah,
just
the
urbane.
urbane activity with which a man receives money is really marvelous, considering that we so earnestly believe money to be the root of all earthly ills, and that on no account can a moneyed man enter heaven. Ah, how cheerfully we consign ourselves to perdition.
Wow,
A
Moby Dick is
perdition.
actually based. Yeah, perdition. Sorry.
Finally, I always go to sea as a sailor because of the wholesome exercise and pure air of the forecastle deck. That's a deck, not dick there before someone says something stupid. I know it just sounds
There's-
like...
It's okay, Ben. We are reading Moby Dick after all.
Whereas in this world, headwinds are far more prevalent than winds from astern. Bracket, that is, if you never violate a
Yeah.
Pythagorean maxim.
Hang on.
Pythagorean.
I'd say Pythagorean, maybe? Yeah, I don't know.
So for
I'm
the
not
most
sure.
part, the Commodore on the quarterdeck gets his atmosphere.
Gets his atmosphere at stream delay at second hand from the sailors on the forecastle. He thinks he breathes it first, but not so. In much the same way do the commonality lead their leaders in many other things, at the same time that the leaders little suspect it. But wherefore it was the last... Sorry, I completely fucked that up. But wherefore it was that after having repeatedly smelt the sea as a merchant sailor, I should now take it into my head to go on a whaling voyage. This, the invisible police officer of the fates, who has the constant surveillance of me and secretly dogs me and influences me in some unaccountable way, he can better answer than anyone else. And doubtless my going on this whaling voyage formed part of the grand program of Providence that was drawn up a long time ago. It came in a sort of brief interlude and solo between more extensive performances. I take it that this is part of the bill must have run something like this. Oh my god, Ben, reading this is so hard. Grand contested election for the presidency of the United States. Whaling voyage by one Ishmael Bloody.
Ishmael Bloody battle in Afghanistan. Though I cannot tell why it was exactly those stage manners, the fates put me down for this shabby part of a whaling voyage, when others were set down for magnificent parts in high tragedies? Or tragedies? I think it's tragedies actually. And sure and easy parts in genteel comedies and jolly parts in farces, though I cannot tell why this was exactly. Yet now that I recall all the circumstances, I think I can see a little into the springs and motives which, being cunningly presented to me under various disguises, induced me to set about performing the part I did, besides cajoling, me into the delusion that it was a choice resulting from my own unbiased free will and discriminating judgment. Chief among those motives was the overwhelming idea of the great whale himself. Such a pretentious?
Pretentious. Yeah, I think it's just portentous, yeah.
And
Not
mysterious monster roused all my curiosity, and then in the wild and distant seas where he rolled his island bulk, the undeliverable, nameless perils of the whale.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah.
That's all what's on that. Oh, yeah. Of the whale. These, with all the attending marvels of 1,000 petong... Oh my... Ben, that's not even a hard word to read. Why am I stuck on that?
Patagonian?
Patagonian. I don't know why I'm struggling with that. I see a word with a capital letter that's not at the start of a sentence, and I panic, Ben, because it's going to be a noun that I've never seen before. Patagonian sights and sounds helped to sway me to my wish. With other men, perhaps, such things would not have been induced. Fuck. But as for me, I am tormented with the everlasting itch for things remote. I love to sail forbidden seas and land on barbarous coasts, yeah. Not ignoring what is good, I'm quick to perceive a horror and could still be social with it. Would they let me? Since it is all but, well, to be on friendly terms with all the inmates of the place one lodges in. By reason of these things, then, the whaling voyage was welcome. The great flood gates of the wonder world swung open, and in the wild conceits that swayed me to my purpose, two and two there floated into my inmost soul endless processions of the whale, and midmost of them all, one grand hooded phantom, like a snow hill in the air. Is that the end of the chapter, Ben?
Yes, chapter 2, the carpet bag. Fucking hell.
Oh, Ben, that is not an easy read.
Yeah, so anybody who's still here after us probably boring you with how much I fucked that up. You know when I play games which have text instead of voice actors? I always make the comment of I don't like reading them without, because I'm not a voice actor. That's partially true. It is also because I stumble upon reading aloud a lot. If you heard some of the draft versions of my videos, it's 10 times worse than this. Obviously, the big words that like both me and Liam fucked up on, I trip over myself so much, and it is embarrassing. So I'm probably not going to do the rest of Moby Dick.
Oh,
That was the biggest mistake of my life.
I will stream this, Ben. I will stream this on my stream, and I will read the entirety of Moby Dick.
How time flies. Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but yet the seconds, it counts down faster when you read a book.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I think they mentioned that in the video. Oh my god.
Right. Well, that door might be open now.
Yeah. Maybe.
I'm not just gonna sit here for a second and just let the embarrassment of my fucking fuck-ups reading wear off.
Ben, it's Moby Dick. There's like, it is, that is a
I
hard
don't
book.
care. It just reminds me of fucking secondary school. Like when we're reading in class, I have that feel like, I was gonna say, Ben, you can read the next page. And I always shit myself and I hope it's a short page. But in 1 year, because I knew the English teacher really well, I did just like ask him after class, can you not choose me, because I got the piss taken at me a lot when I was at school.
I think nobody liked reading in school. You see, I was fine with it. I don't know, I enjoy reading aloud. But the problem is I never have anyone to read to, so I'm out of practice and I can't read anymore.
If you get to, like, if you know me, it's probably like Liam's noticed in the past, like, I tend to say stuff and you'll notice that it will sometimes make no sense. It's just something I do.
Yeah,
like, I'll slip up on my word in the sentence a lot. It's fucking great.
You get used to it. You figure it out.
The nose is not quite sharp enough to carve out this crystal. Maybe I can find a handy metal somewhere. Okay, so go on a pickaxe somewhere.
Ooh, do you want to hear a Reddit post, Ben?
Sure, why not?
It's titled, "Am I the arsehole for calling my girlfriend Big Chungus?" My girlfriend is a very thin woman, 5'4", 110 pounds. But she routinely... I thought that said flashes. She routinely fishes for compliments by calling herself fat or even obese. Yeah, I've heard that before. The time she did this, I was very concerned. Sorry, the first time... I can't... Ben, Moby Dick has fucked my brain. Maybe it's a good thing I don't read any more of it. Okay. The first time she did this, I was very concerned because she's clearly not overweight. So I would reassure her that she's very thin and that this is all just low self-esteem issues. No matter how much reassurance I give, she constantly refers to herself as fat. She doesn't even have an eating disorder. I feel like oh God, my brain's actually fried. Give me a moment. I will get there. Now I've lost my spot. She's got these. I feel like she just does it to get the attention and compliments. I'm more than happy to compliment her, but she should just ask. I mean, do people ask for compliments? Whatever. I finally reached a tipping point when she referred to herself as ugly fat, hugely fat, not ugly fat, I can't read, in front of my mother, who actually is overweight. My mum didn't appear offended, but it was clearly in poor taste. To lighten the mood, I turned to my girlfriend and asked, and said, "Okay, Big Chungus." And everyone laughed, including our waiter. No, that didn't happen. Anyway, after that, it seemed like playfully calling her Big Chungus or Mega Chonk or Oh Lord She Comin' was the answer to the issue. When I reassure her, she persisted in calling herself fat, but when I call her Miss Supreme Hefty Chonk, Her Majesty Big Chungus, just an example, but many similar names to that, she realizes she's not getting compliments and stops complaining for a while. However, one of her friends just emailed me, an email, telling me that I'm emotionally tormenting my girlfriend and ruining her self-esteem. Am I really? I reassured her for months before I lost my nerve, and it doesn't feel right to encourage fishing for compliments. There we go. And then the waiter gave me Reddit gold. Yeah, anyway, Big Chungus.
I think the Reddit bit, the waiter bit kind of gives away that it's not real.
Yeah, the waiter laughed at Big Chungus. Yeah, no one laughs at Big Chungus.
Imagine
Mr. Reddit.
You're in a restaurant and you say Big Chungus, it's like, very good, sir. Would you like some wine?
Ben, I had no idea those are the kind of restaurants you went to.
I've been to a restaurant like that before.
Well, where they say, "Oh, Big Chungus, very good, sir. Would you like your bat costume now?"
No, but where they don't fuck us, they go, would you like some wine? Like, no, I don't drink.
Ben, I don't think I've ever been offered wine before by a stranger. What's it like?
No, not by a stranger, by a waiter. There's a difference. A stranger would be that guy on the street with like the bag around the bottle trying to hurl abuse at you and then throws the bottle at you. Oh my god, the door's open, Liam.
Is it?
I like how we just basically did the equivalent of Overdrill.
Pretty much. But it was way more fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm confused about.
Oh my god. You're gonna go through the door.
The caves are cold and desolate. And he just, no, don't go back through them. Wait, can I not go in there? Is it too cold that he has to turn back?
Yeah, maybe you need like a torch or a coat.
Oh my god, yeah, he just turns back.
They don't even look that cold.
No, he's going back and forth. What are you doing? Looks like a bug. Yeah, I think he's,
Oh no. Ben.
Move as you enter. I'm trying. Oh, there we go. No, go. You are not going back in there, as tempted as you may be.
Alright, there's a title of a Reddit post here, it's all you need really. And it says, my girlfriend's
There is nothing here. I now have 3 disappointments.
What does he expect? Going and looking at a wall? What was he hoping to be there? My girlfriend's boyfriend is coming over for a threesome, so he prepared a snack table. It's it looks like crisps and energy drinks, so that's nice and healthy. Okay, Ace has now sent me genuinely the most controversial payday post of all time. Is what he says it is. It's actual payday to heist Reddit thing. Moving on from Am I the Arsehole to Am I the Heister? That joke.
Am I the gamer?
Am I the gamer? Am I the Hoxhud user? Oh, it's actually, I am done with Hoxhud. I am sticking with PogoHUD and Goon mod from now on. Once upon a time, Hoxhud was a great mod, but over its development it has become more cumbersome, very buggy, provided quality of life cheats that make the game too easy, and recent drama with Hoxhud and BLT did not help at all. I think Overkill need to pull its endorsement of Hoxhud, as the mod is the root cause of many crashes, as well as being a thinly disguised cheating framework. The Hoxhud code is very poorly optimized and is causing more problems than Overkill can clearly handle. Furthermore, Ollie Pro has proven time and time again to be abrasive and unreasonable. Can anybody condone the behavior portrayed in this screenshot? It is a screenshot and he presumably says something.
Jeez.
Or this situation. What's he said? Oh, he said a lot of things. I'm not reading that. Fuck that. He's been a dick. Those who question his development direction or that the mod is closed source are often labeled as shitposters and on the receiving end of abuse from him. Frankly, the rest of the Hoxhud team aren't a lot better. Either they say the exact same thing or side with Ollie Pro and his handling of the abuse. PogoHUD and Goombot do exactly what I want them to do without jumping through hoops to get things working as they should. The developers are friendly and the community, and with the community, and they are always happy to help. I encourage the community to support these guys. This is in no way an attack on the Hogsod, even though it literally is, and it was a great mod. I know this subreddit loves Hogsod. I lurk here. I know this is likely to get downvoted infinitely. This is just an opinion. I know many people would disagree, and I empathize that the mod was once great. I emphasize that the mod was once great. But now I feel like it is time to move on and give some love to Pokerhod and Goommod. Fuck, that hurt. To read my head. Ben. Ugh. Did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy my reading of that?
Well, I had Pokerhead and it just kind of switched off. I have multiple colours.
Wow.
Ooh, look at the picture I can make. What do you think we should make? The Hermit, the Fair, or the Fugitive?
The Hermit. That's going to be us when we're older.
Gonna be us once we finish this game finally.
Yes. My brain after reading Moby Dick.
Right, you can read it at 40 years. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Okay. The short one.
Oh, right. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's just those three. Okay. When for 40 years we've climbed the rugged mountain, we stop and backwards gaze. Yonder still we see our childhood's peaceful fountain, and youthful exulting strays. That's really nice. One more glance behind, and then a new strength acquiring. Staff grasped, no longer stay. See, a further slope, a long one, still aspiring eerie downward toward turns the way. Take a brave, long breath, and towards the summit. Is that H-I-E? Hie-thee? Is that what that says, Ben?
Hie-thee.
The goal shall draw thee on. When thou thinkst it at least, the destined end is nigh thee. Sudden, the journey's done. I butchered that last one, but I really enjoyed the first verse. I'll admit.
Right, and I'm going to read the one afterwards, and then we're going to call it a day. I went to knock at Richard's door. They threw me a fathering the threshold. Ben,
I thought that said farting.
Yeah. Turn idle reading off before shutting down. I'll put it on Moby Dick then. To the door of love did I then repair, but 15 others already were there. To Honour's castle I took my flight. They opened to none, but belted night. The house of labour I sought to win, but I heard a wailing sound within. To the house of content I sought the way, but none could tell me where it lay. One quiet house I yet could name, where last of all I admittance claim. Many of the guests that have knocked before, but still in the grave, there's room for more. It's a nice poem, I like that. It worked.
Bit more.
It's a poem about Corbin.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'll leave it on this with idle reading. Then what do I do to quit? Do I just hit the X or?
Well, there's a minimize button there.
Wow, that was interesting. I actually really like it. It's.
Hang on, I need to turn off my water sounds and K for relaxing, sleeping, studying, meditation white noise. One moment. Oh my god, Ben.
That's actually really fun. I should stream point and click games more often because they're quite laid back.
That surprisingly went by quite quick, which I suppose is the point of the game.
The thing is, it started slow, and I genuinely had that doubt, like, oh fuck, this is going to be really boring. But probably because you were here as well to talk, so I wasn't talking to myself. It is it's strange. The concept, if you told someone the concept of that game, it is the shittest thing I've ever heard. But when you play it, and obviously that video I watched before, it's strange, it's quite engaging in a way.
I can imagine some people could have it properly explained to them and they'd still play it and go, yeah, I'm just bored. Which I think
not
is
for
perfectly
everyone.
Reasonable. Yeah. Oh, it's tired me out, Ben. It's got Moby Dick in it.
Well, the thing is as well, I won't be streaming that again for probably another week or two, because next week I want to play.
Ben, to be honest, I'm going to need about 2 weeks to recover from that.
Yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see what's changed. There'll be stuff like the spiders built its web, the rock falling down. There's a couple of other things we found, which I forgot to make like markings of when it will change. Yeah, overall, I think it'll be interesting to come back to. Be curious to see how much time has passed.
Maybe he'll come back and it'll be like Nintendogs and the little shaders run away. You know that? You ever had played
Yeah.
Nintendogs, Ben? Yeah, they'd run
Uh,
away if you left them to die.
That means all my Nintendogs and my old original DS copy have probably pegged it by now.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Right, anyway, have you got any last remarks before I hit the end stream button?
Subscribe to Crashlog on YouTube.
Good enough.